What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the latest episode of Unplanned and Unashamed with Ray Money and Isaiah Pinnell. And we are back with a brand new episode of Unplanned and Unashamed.
We back.
We back and better than ever. That's what's up.
That's up for debate. Better than ever. That's up for debate. But I'm with it. You know what?
Is it the opposite?
Well, I guess we better than ever.
What up, eavesdroppers? I guess I'm on the podcast now.
You always on the podcast.
Some technical difficulties.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, this is the better than that. Well, I guess it is, man. I quit smoking weed. So I'm a little clean. I'm no drinking. I'm trying to go, a little sobriety. We're gonna see how that go.
How long have you quit?
This morning, nah, just playing.
This morning.
Nah. It's been a few days now, so
Gotcha.
we're gonna see. I ain't gonna say that now. I'm using when I say I'm gonna quit something. I can generally go for a while, maybe a few months, few years if I decide to. But I think that's the thing. Learning how long you gonna quit something. Say, hey, if I'm making the I'm quitting for good, or you ain't quit if you go back. You just took a break. So
you just took a hiatus. That's what
a hiatus. So next week I may have a drink in my hand. It depends on how the rest of this week go.
You might have a rum and coke in your hand.
What? I may come on the episode lighting the blunt. Nah, just playing. But the goal is not to do, try to clear up your life, do some exercising. You drink, Isaiah? Do you drink?
No. When I was in high school, I used to drink quite a bit.
You said when you was in high school, you used to drink quite a bit.
Yeah, I used to. I was crazy in high school. I used to buy weed in the parking lot of Fred 24 in high school.
You used to buy weed in the parking lot of the high school?
Yeah.
Hey. That means somebody was just selling it.
That's exactly what that means. Somebody was selling it in the parking lot.
Let me tell you something. These high schools, wild. This is what it's dangerous over there. Mm-hmm.
See, what it was is I had a friend and I knew he would have it. So I'd be like, I'd ask him in the morning, I'd be like, you got any weed in your, and he'd be like, yeah. So after school let out, I would go to his car and buy a bag of it.
So there's somebody asked Isaiah, how long you been sober? Since high school. What? Yeah, I gave it up then. Yeah, it was.
And then I'm like, was I a good student? It depended on the class.
Well, I could tell you were bad. You buying weed in the parking lot and drinking. You sober, you drunk in 10th grade in class.
No, I wasn't drunk in 10th grade, but I did.
You was high.
No, not that either. But I would of the morning, I would sneak, and my dad had peach brandy, and I would put that in a green water bottle. I'd put about that much in there. Then I'd fill the rest up with sweet tea and just sip on that all day long.
What? Your mama here and your daddy gonna hear this. They will hear this now. They wondering why the alcohol would get low. Or did you replace would you place it back with a little water in, put some?
No, I wouldn't even replace it. And I don't think my dad ever did notice. But I did that a couple times.
Because he didn't drink as much as you did. He only went in there ever so often. He's like, I thought this was a brand new bottle.
But I would do that a couple times.
That's why your beard like that.
I need to shave the beard.
You came to school smelling like a truck driver, weed and alcohol.
And then there was one time on the way to school, I had the little Swisher Sweets because I had just turned 18, and I was smoking that on the way to school.
What?
And yeah.
Hey, so you were coming to class smelling like weed?
As going into class smelling like cigarette smoke is what it was.
Cigarettes. So how old were you? I mean, what
I was like 18. I was like a junior, senior.
You were 18 as a oh, you said a senior, a junior, senior.
Yeah, I think it was like junior year because I was like held back a year.
You were held back because of all the drinking. You forgetting. You done studied, but you done smoked weed and you done forgot what all the studying you did.
And I didn't want to get in trouble, so I was like I put the Swisher Sweet wrapper in my pocket, and I was like, because if somebody finds that in the trash, they're gonna pull up the camera, and then I'm gonna get in trouble. So I was like, I'll just keep it in my pocket all day, and then when I get home, throw it away.
So surely they would find it in your pocket,
right?
They wouldn't find it.
I don't know what my logic was. And then in fourth period, I was like digging out history books and stuff. And right as the teacher walked in, that wrapper fell out of my pocket and landed on the floor. And I had to scoop that up real quick.
Oh, look, you almost got caught, eh?
Yep. Almost got that close.
The teacher was like, Isaiah, where'd you get it from?
That's probably what he was thinking. He was like, I want some too.
Man, what? I know he did. He teaching high schoolers. What? Teenagers? What? I think that the teachers should be honored with a blunt. Yeah, if you got to teach middle schoolers and high schoolers, you should have certain privileges. Like you should be able to have a drink. Like at lunch, go have 2-3 drinks. Not too many now, cause you still got
2 or 3.
Just 2 or 3, not all. You can't do all hard liquor. Just one hard liquor, 2 beers. You come back, relax. Look, on the other side of the table, my wife was an educator. She look at her, she making faces. I'm like, you drink now. What are you talking about? She said, because of them damn kids. Because
of them damn kids. That's what she's drinking.
Man. Let me tell you something. Everybody we talk to, the ladies does our website. She like they've been married for quite some time, like 20 plus years. And we were like, yo, so what's the secret? You don't have you married. Don't have no kids. That's good. Full head of hair. I'm like,
they didn't have a bald head.
What? They don't even argue. What? They know.
And they said that was the secret.
Mm-hmm. But
no kids.
They all start cute. All of them.
It wasn't happy life, happy wife, happy life. It was have no kids.
That's pretty much it. And I can't even say that everybody I asked to is so many upsides to it. They all got money and smiling.
Well, look at Moose. Him and his wife.
I love my kids now. That's what I said. I do love my kids though, but it's a trade-off. That's all I'm saying. You got to trade off your own health and finances. That's what you trade off. Where you get, unless you start out with a bunch of money, then that's different. But yeah, teachers they should have like a how like they like in jail they have conjugal visits and shit like that. But they should be able to have a blunt break or something. I don't know, something to come back and you see how they kids. You see the videos online when the kids be talking reckless to the teacher. They be fighting the teachers. Like, man, they come in. And look, this is the thing. The students will respect them more. Mr. Johnson, you smoke? And he said, hey, yeah, I smoke. Why you think I deal with your? But nah, it's a trade off though, because when you are smoking and doing stuff, it takes a toll on your body.
Right. So, do you smoke cigarettes too, or did you smoke cigarettes too, or was you just a weed guy?
No, I did in high school. Yeah. I'm talking trash about you, but yeah, I was smoking Newports. I was like Black and Miles. I about a pack a day.
A pack a day?
At one point, I got up. Well, I can't say a pack a day. Not in high school. Definitely after high school, But in high school, it was maybe a few blacks a day. Yeah. And then no. I'm trying to think the timeline. Let's see. It was a couple Black and Mild, and then it moved to cigarettes. Then I got one of my homeboys. He introduced me to the first cigarette. I'm like, ooh, that's good. Little did I didn't know I'd be smoking for 15 years. Maybe longer than that, but yeah.
See, when I turned 18, I never was like into the cigarettes. I always liked the little cheap, little like cigar things, like the Swisher Sweets. I was a big Swisher Sweet grape guy.
Nah. That was a Swisher Sweet grape.
Yeah, Swisher Sweet grape.
Were you smoking just a Swisher Sweet?
Yeah, I was smoking just a Swisher Sweet.
You're the first person I ever know smoke just a Swisher Sweet.
I know you, because usually they do different things with Swisher Sweet wrap.
I'm like, come on now. You the only one. You might as well have just smoked a cigar.
Right. But I mean, that was cheap. Like you could get them. You can get 2 for like $1. So I would get like 6.
6 of them. How are you getting them? Let's see. I think now because the timeline has passed. Wait a minute. I don't know about you. You just started high school. So not too long.
Well, I turned 18 right before they changed the law on tobacco products. So right.
Wait, where were you living in? You were at what? West Virginia then?
No, I was here in North Carolina. Yeah.
What was the age limit?
So when I first turned 18, it was 18 and up.
18.
And then I think I forgot what year it was, but I think they changed it at like the beginning of the year. So all of a sudden, like I could go buy cigarettes and then I couldn't.
Oh, like you had already done. You was 18 and you could legally buy cigarettes. Now you already got a habit. They cut you off.
That's exactly what happened. They cut me off, changed the age.
I mean, they should have moved the age. I always wondered, I'm guessing why they had the age at 18 for smoking, and then like school age ran up until 18 era. Because like now legally you on campus smoking cigarettes. Like I'm old enough. What are you talking about? I bought these myself, and like that's a.
And you can buy lottery tickets at 18, so you can like gamble.
Oh yeah.
Like, I remember one time
in high school, and now you make more money than the teacher.
Right. I remember one time
I don't need to know your history.
We were on a school field trip, and I tried to buy lottery tickets on the school field trip.
You bought lottery on your school?
I tried to. Like I was in the middle. I was like, and I told the teacher, I was like, I'm getting ready to get some lottery tickets.
You told the teacher you about to get some lottery tickets. Do you want some? He done got 6 scratch offs. He's scratching them on the bus. That's hilarious. Went out on.
I tried, and then I about got in trouble because he's like, "No, you can't do that." And I was like, "Why? I'm 18." And he goes, "But we're on a school field trip." See, I feel like
what that mean? Is there any rules to that?
Yeah, apparently there is a rule. Like you can't gamble on a school field trip, even though you're old enough and you're at a gas. We were at a gas station.
Well, technically you're 18, so you're a chaperone. So
right.
Yeah, those lines are gray.
Yeah, that was a very gray line because I was like, well, I'm 18. Might as well, we're on a field trip. Gas station, they have them. Might as well buy some scratch offs while we're on the way back to the school.
Yeah, you an old man. Had buying cigarettes and drinking coffee and buying lottery tickets.
Oh, and I was like buying cigarettes for like my friends that were like younger than me too.
Of course you were. You little Ingrid. You little.
I like because I was like the first one in my friend group to turn 18, and everybody else was like 16 and 17.
Yeah.
So we would like go out and stuff, and I'd be like, "Well, what kind of cigarettes do you want? What kind of cigars do you want?"
They parents hated you, Isaiah. They were like,
That's
you're hanging
exactly
around
right.
with that Isaiah guy buying cigarettes and lottery tickets.
Oh yeah, it's corrupting them. That's what I was. But I mean, daggone, it was like that's who I was getting the weed from. So
Wait, like the six, like man, I was buying them cigarettes, but they were getting me weed. They 16 and 17. Let's just be clear here.
That's exactly
That's what I said. Look,
right.
people like, yo, oh, those kids are so innocent. Those teenagers. No, the hell they ain't.
Mm-mm.
Look, I seen a video that it was like some kids walking across the street. They had some AK-47s, and I'm like, no, these ain't kids right here. These different right here.
Oh yeah, in today's age, at 16 and 17, you ain't like some innocent. You're a little innocent, but not that much.
You're naive.
Right. I mean, there's some
Okay.
kids out there. I guess it just depends on like your upbringing and stuff, like your level of innocence and what all you have been exposed to.
Yeah, there's some kids out here raising themselves.
Because I mean, daggone it, 16 and 17, you're already doing stuff with girls and everything. So, and then there's some kids out there that's not doing any of that. So,
True. Yeah, it depends on how definitely depends on how your upbringing is and who's at home.
right.
How often you around, by yourself as a kid.
Right, because I mean, if you by yourself a lot, you are gonna, try to get into more mischief while the parents are, somewhere.
Yeah. Where's your were you a latchkey kid?
Huh?
Were you a latchkey kid? I guess they call it.
No,
You
my
would come-
parents was around quite a bit, and they wasn't real strict.
Your mama lit the cigarette. Nah, just playing. Not if you came home smelling like Swisher Sweets and bourbon.
Oh yeah, they were strict, but they weren't like super strict. They was like, well, if you're gonna be doing all that, at least stay at home and do it, and don't like go out and drive and stuff.
So now this is an interesting concept where the parents say, if you're gonna do it at home. So now, of course, you're not trying to do it while they're there. Or maybe you are. Which one?
Oh
were you?
yeah. I would do it while they was there.
You do it while they there. So you want to come in. You a grown man at home. You could chill in your room and smoke and drink bourbon, coffee, whiskey, come out, make a sandwich. Oh yeah, and then go to school. You can't do none of that.
Right.
No wonder.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was like, where I was held back, I was going to a strip club like my senior year of high school. Like that's how old I was, senior year of high school.
You were at the strip club in your senior year in high school?
Yes. For my 18th birthday, I went to the strip club, and I was still in high school, and I was like bragging about it to everybody.
Where'd you go?
I went to it's the Treasure Club I think it's on 70. Moose might have to fact check me on that one.
The Treasure Club.
I think it's on Highway 70, and it's here in Hickory. And you
Hickory
have to
got a
have
strip club?
yeah, Hickory has like 2 strip clubs.
What?
Yeah, Hickory has 2 strip clubs. I haven't been to the other one, but I've been to the Treasure Club.
Did it look like treasure in there? Well, I mean, I guess at that age.
Oh, and so it's on 70, and it's beside the Playhouse, which is the other strip club.
Oh, there's 2 strip clubs next to each other in Hickory.
Yep.
That's wild, actually. First of all, that there's a strip club in Hickory, but I guess was he said I don't know. He said the Trailer Club has the Playhouse Rejects. What?
So
That's hilarious. You didn't make the cut over here at the Playhouse, but next door, you can go next door and still make a pretty penny. That's hilarious.
But yeah, I was a senior in high school, and I went to the strip club for my 18th birthday. And I went with my stepdad too. Like, he paid for everything. I didn't have to pay for anything.
You didn't go by yourself. You went with your stepdad.
Mm-hmm. I went with my stepdad.
How did that conversation? How did he say, "Hey, let's go"? Was it just like you asked, or who introduced it?
It was planned. Like, we're taking Isaiah to the strip club.
Oh, like did you suggest it? Who suggested it? He did, or you did?
My cousin had suggested it.
Your cousin suggested it. How old was your cousin?
He is, I think he's around your age, so like 30 something.
It's what? Yeah, we're gonna take for your 18th birthday, Isaiah. We're taking you to see some titties,
so you can tell everybody in the school that you got a lap dance.
He said, "Wait a minute, Isaiah, you got to the door. Wait a minute, Isaiah. Before we go in here, tonight, you become a man, and tomorrow, you're popular." So now you, because of course you gotta go. Who gonna hold that information in at 18?
Right. Oh yeah, I wasn't holding that information in. I was like telling all my buddies in class and stuff as right before the teacher was, teaching.
If I was that age, I'm definitely telling the teacher. Excuse me. Do you know what the Treasure Club is? We making it awkward.
Right.
And even especially if it was one of the male teachers. Excuse me, do you know what the Treasure Club is? He was like, what?
Yes, I
know. I definitely had a couple male teachers that knew where that place was.
Or you was in there and you were throwing and you saw it. Hey, Mr. Johnson. What are you doing here? He kept throwing his one. I'm doing the same thing you here. See you tomorrow in class. It was on $2 Tuesdays when he saw you.
$2 Tuesdays.
Did you go on a Saturday? When did you go?
I went on it was a Saturday.
A Saturday night.
But yeah, I went to the school on Monday, bragged about it, and then like even after we left the strip club, we came home, and I did have a couple cigars. So I mean, it was my stepdad and my mom knew.
So wait, this was your 18th birthday. You were in 11th, 12th grade, whatever. You went to the strip club that night and then came home, had a few drinks and cigars, and called it an evening. Yo. Your mama listening to this? She gonna tell you, Isaiah, you shut your ass up on that podcast. Telling all our business. Is your stepdad the guy I be seeing running in the background back there making coffee and shit?
Yeah, that's my stepdad that you'll see every now and then making coffee and stuff.
Tell him I said salute, brother. How you doing? Hey, man, I feel like I've been deprived of my childhood.
And then my dad, he's the same way. Like when my granddad passed, We went
Yeah.
out on the back porch and he handed me a natural light and he's like, we're drinking a natural light tonight. And I was like 17. He's like, we're going to drink one for your granddad.
Your dad gave you a natural light on your. How old were you?
I was like 16 or 17.
16 or 17, and he was like, "Will your granddad pass?"
Yeah. Because my
He's like,
granddad
"Man."
loved natural light. Like that was
Your
his
granddad
favorite
loved
beer.
natural light. He's like, "Look, we gonna crack one of these cold ones in honor of your granddad."
That's exactly
He looked
what
over
happened.
at you. He looked at you. He slid you one. We all going through it today. I'm surprised you're not an alcoholic, Isaiah. At this point, I'm glad. Actually, honestly, I'm glad you're here today, man. I don't know. You started young, but you were doing it at home, so I guess you weren't out driving or anything. So
No, I was never driving. I was and like, if I was out doing that stuff, somebody else was driving.
well, there was no reason to go out. The party was at your house.
Right. Like I was out. I was out at a party one time. It's up the road here from my house, and it's like a dirt bike track, and people will like come and build fires and stuff, and just hang out and party. And
Hey,
my buddy,
I did something like that I can't say that one time. There's been a few similar 2 times, but the one I did, it was just, I didn't know y'all. One of my homeboys, he built a big bonfire, old construction stuff, doors and stuff to burn up out on his land. We was out there listening to music, drinking beer. I like, this is a good ass time out here drinking around the bonfire. I get it now.
oh yeah, it's a fun time, and that's what we was doing. I think I had. Let's see, it was around October, so Blue Moon had their like Oktoberfest beers out. So I had like 3 of those, and then I had 2 of the 12-ounce, like the tall cans of strawberry lemonade natural lights. And then and then I had I took a hit of a dab pen like 2 or 3 times. So I mean, I was pretty loose that night.
The fact that you said, this is very recent, the fact that you said you took a hit of a dab pen in high school. Like, yeah, those just came out not too long ago. No, wasn't no dab pens around back then.
Oh yeah, this was like 5 years ago maybe. But yeah, I remember on the way home I was so blitzed that like my buddy was driving me back home and I was giving him directions and I had my head leaned back like this. And I'd look up and I'd go, turn left, and he'd turn, and then I'd be like, no, that's the wrong way. And then I'd lean my head back again.
Are you one of these people? Like I could tell when I'm headed home, I could tell the bumps in the road, the direction which whatever way we coming from, I could tell where we are almost.
No, I wasn't that way at all. Like he would turn and then I'd like look up and then I'd be like, that's the wrong turn, buddy.
Oh man, I get it. That's hilarious. Well, man, look, I guess we're gonna have to call this episode. I don't know.
Isaiah's secrets revealed.
Yeah, that's it. Secrets unlocked.
There you go. Secrets unlocked. I like that.
Because that's what the nosy people want to do. Ooh, some secret shit. Let me look in here. If you tell somebody it's a secret, they always want to. Everybody want to know a secret, even if it ain't shit.
Right. If they see the episode pop up on Thursday and it said secrets unlocked, they're gonna want to click on that just to see what's up. Even if it's not a big secret.
Yeah, you sure right. It ain't gonna be nothing, but this has been another episode of
Unplanned and Unashamed with Ray Money and Isaiah Pinnell. Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Unplanned and Unashamed podcast. If you like what you've heard, make sure to subscribe, rate, review, and follow. And we'll see you on the next episode.